Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Computer Classes by Rachna. Today we will be discussing pivot tables. So this is the data that you can create as it is in your Excel file to practice the pivot tables. So here we have the order IDs, we have the products, we have the category of products whether they are fruits or vegetables. Then we have the amount of products in dollars, then we have the date of the products, and then we have the country in which the product is supplied. Okay, so these are the column values, and now we can create a pivot table for this. What is the meaning of pivot table? A pivot table is a table which can analyze the data according to the values which are given in a table. So it can create the results for particular product sold in particular country, and category wise distribution of products. It can show country wise distribution of these products, so we can view this same data according to analysis of various categories. So now the simplest way to create a pivot table is to go to the insert tab, and after pressing insert we straight away select pivot table. So when we just go to insert tab and select pivot tables, so this dialog box appears. It gives select the table or the range. So for this we have to select this entire table. So either I can give this entire table range. So just a second, like this table is from A1 till F16. So this is the range. So either I can select it and give, or I can give A1 colon F16, both are fine. And then choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. So I can choose new worksheet or existing worksheet. Since I want the table to be present in the existing worksheet, I click OK here. So once I click OK here, this is the location that was chosen for the pivot table, IA12. So if I don't want the pivot table to be created here, I can again move back, and now I can select the location where I want the pivot table to be created. So I move to A18, then I go to click and then pivot, click insert and pivot table, and now again I get this. So this time I can give A1 colon F16. So instead of selecting my table, I can give the range here, and after this we have selected the location on which the table is getting created, which is A18, you can see here. And now I click OK. So when I click OK, this is where the pivot table will be formed, and this is how I'm going to view my pivot table. So here I have selected a setting to view the pivot table fields in this way. If I want to view the pivot table in the default way, this is the default way. So in the default way, this is how you will see the pivot table and fields. These are the fields of the table, and these are the filters. These are the fields where I want to drag. These are filter, column, rows and values. So by default everything will go into rows, and the every numerical value will go in the values. Can you see that? Yeah, every numerical value will go under values, and all the other things will go under rows. So I firstly changed the view. I want to view it this way. This is a better way to view these fields side by side. Okay, so now this is my table. These are the fields of my table. So suppose I want to create a pivot table for product and category. So what I have to do, I have to first select the product. Once I select the product, you can see the product will be shown in the pivot table here. And once I select the category, again the category will be moving, product move to the row, category move to the row, and here you can see the product and you can see the category. Apple is a fruit, banana is a fruit, beans, vegetables, etc. All right, so this way we can create different types of products and different types of categories. So I'm just moving back, undo, and now see if I select the product and if I select the amount, so product goes to the rows. Here the product is formed in the rows, and here I select the amount, so amount goes in the values. So can you see row label and sum of amount? So apple with the sum of sales, banana with the sum of sales, and I can change it to dollar symbol if I want the amount to be shown in dollars. All right, so this is how a pivot table is getting created. Now I have already created pivot tables for the same. I'll show you how. So the first pivot table that I have created is on the basis of product and amount. So we have to simply select this A19 and we will select insert pivot table. When I click here, you will see this is what we have chosen, product and amount. So this is the first pivot table that we chose, product and amount. So product moves to the rows and amount moves to the values. All right, now coming back here, the second pivot table is category wise product and amount. So I want to create this pivot table category wise. So I will just select this and I'll select the entire table, insert pivot table, and I'll select that. And then I have to choose, I just click and you will see what was chosen. I choose the category, then product, then amount. So how to create it, I'll show you again in the plain previous sheet. So this was the detail, and now suppose I need to create a pivot table here. So I'll just undo everything, and now I'm creating a pivot table for category wise product and then their amount. So I select this, then I go to insert, then I go to pivot table, and I have to select the entire table. Either I can give A1 colon F16 or I can select this. So this table gets selected. I want to do it in existing worksheet and I click OK. The moment I click OK, it shows choose it. So first of all I want category, so I click on category. So category wise what I want, product, then I click on product. So you can see it goes to the rows, and now I click on the amount, and the moment I'm selecting, see the things are getting displayed. So this is my pivot table which is created for product, which is category wise. So you can see here first it shows the category of products, which is fruits, then it shows another category of product which is vegetables, then it shows their sum of amount, and then it shows the grand table. This is the second pivot table which was created here. So this is how it is created. Then we move to the third pivot table, which is country wise product and amount. So the same can be created here. Firstly we created category wise, now I'm creating country wise. To create country wise I'm again doing undo. All right, so that I get only this table that I want to create. So I want to create it country wise now. Now I'll select country first. I click here, see the country is shown here. Now I select, so the option is country wise, what is pivot table 3, country wise product and amount. So I moved here, so I have already selected country. Then I select the product, so it is showing me product of all the countries, and now I select the amount, so amount will go to the values. See, the country and product goes here and amount goes to the values, and this is how the pivot table looks like. It is showing me all the products country wise along with their sum. Can you see that? The next pivot table that is being created is pivot table 4, which is country wise, then category wise, product and amount. So whatever is the option given, accordingly we have to move. So now we want country wise then category wise. So how to do that? Again, I'm just switching back, doing undo. Now after doing undo, I want to do country wise then category wise. So first of all, I'll select the country. So country goes to the rows and it is shown here. Then I select the category. So in every country it will divide into categories, that in every country how many fruits, how many vegetables, and then product, I'll select the product, and after selecting the product I will select the amount, and this is the table that gets created. For example, in Canada it's only the fruits which are there, and in France we have fruit as banana and vegetables as carrots. Then we have Germany. In Germany we also have fruits as well as vegetables which are supplied. In India we have fruits, and in New Zealand we have fruits as well as vegetables. In UK we have only vegetables. In USA we have fruits as well as vegetables, and the total is shown. So this is the complete pivot table which is shown. Now we have the fifth pivot table. The fifth pivot table is category wise product and amount only for India. So when there is a condition, for the condition we have to use filters. So first of all we'll do category wise product and amount. So first we select category, then we select product, then we select amount, and after that we will select a filter. So I'll show you how to do this, how to create this table. Again, going back here, again moving back to undo. So we are just creating a pivot table. How we are creating? First we want the category, then we want the just a second, let me check. Yeah, category wise product and amount for India. So first of all selected category, then I select the product, and then I select the amount. So the table that we have here is this, that we have the category also, then we have the products, and then we have the amount. Now it says only for India. For only for India, what do we have to do? The country has to be shifted, the country has to be dragged to filters. So once there's already data in the pivot table, so just a second. So since the data is already there in the pivot table, I select the country first, and then I move this country to the reason why we are having this error is that once I select the country, what is happening, whenever we choose a filter, the pivot table moves 2 spaces up to show the filter, and since A16 is the last row of my table, it already had the data, and that's why the error is coming, that it is already having the data. So that there is no error of this sort, what we have to do, we should leave a space of at least 3 lines and then choose the location of the pivot table. So I'm undoing whatever I have done. Now instead of choosing A18 as the location of the pivot table, I should choose some other location of the pivot table which should have at least 3 gaps. So gap 1, gap 2, gap 3, at least 3 gaps. So it's better to take 4 gaps. Let's take 4 gaps, and now I select insert, and then I give pivot table, and then I select the range. What is my range? A1 to A16 is the range. So um, let me just select the table again, scroll it up. After scrolling it up, I select the table again. So this is my table. I select my table from here, and now the location where the pivot table will be presented is A20, and since I will apply a filter, it will reach up to A18. Okay, so now I click OK. I get the location of table here at A20, but you will see that when I apply the filter, it will reach up to A18. So first of all, I want the category wise product and amount. So I select the category, I click OK. So you see it is showing the row labels. The categories comes fruit and vegetables. Then I select the product. So when I select the product, within fruits comes the different products, and within vegetables comes the different product. Now I need to select the amount. When I select the amount, so it goes to the values and amount is also shown here. Now I want it to be country wise. I want to see for the country India. So for that I need to move this filter country, and I select and move this filter here. Once I move country to the filter, what is going to happen? Here you can see now it shows country and it shows all countries. Right now it is showing for all the countries. Now if I want to select India, I will just click here and select India, and now you can see the pivot table has moved up to A18. The earlier pivot table that we were creating was at this location, so it was moving up to A16, and that's why it was showing it is already having data. Alright, so I select India, I click India and I click OK, and now you can see that for India it is showing the sales for fruits, mangoes and orange. There were no vegetables. Now suppose I need to select some other country, let's say Germany. So I click OK, and now it will show me the fruits and vegetables for Germany. Alright, now if I select for USA, it is going to show me the fruits and vegetables for country USA. So we can, this is how we can show all this country wise. Okay, now let's say I want to see another pivot table. I want to apply another pivot table for the details of a particular, the same details for a particular date. So if I talk about the same details for the particular dates, let me change it to India. Now within India, I want to apply one more filter, and that filter, let's say, is date. So I will shift this to filter. I'll shift date to filters, and now you can see I have two filters. One is India and second is date. Now which date? Let's say I want to view in India. You can see there are different dates available, 1/11/2022. In New Zealand we have different dates available. So this 1/11/2022 is common. So but this is in 1/11/2022. We will choose this, and we will click OK. So this one is showing for India. This one is showing for India. On this date we have fruit, oranges, and the receipt is for 3610 rupees. Now suppose I do it all countries. When I do it for all, it will show me two options of date, because 1/11/2022 is used twice. See, now for this date, two results are getting shown. I hope it is clear. So 1/11/2022 India and Germany. One sale was 3610, another was 9062, and the total is 12672. So we have applied two filters, one was country, another was date. So if I apply country wise and if I choose India and if I choose that particular date, it will show me only the oranges. Now when I switch it to Germany, it will show me only the uh, blank rows, because in Germany there was no um, registration of billing for this date. Now if I choose New Zealand, see, New Zealand is another country which had transaction on this particular date. So if I choose New Zealand now, it will show me the result. See, broccoli which was sold for 9062 rupees. I hope this is clear to you. So this is another pivot table that we created, and the moment we create pivot tables, we can store them at different locations by giving them names, and this is how our entire data can be saved. So here we have created this pivot table which was category wise, product and amount only for India. So we applied the filter and we chose the country. Thank you so much. I hope you have understood what are pivot tables. Kindly like the video, subscribe and share. Thank you.